Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CSGO Clutch Podcast, sponsored by Prize Picks. My name is Adam Cohn. I am your host. And I'm very excited to get in here and talk about ESL Pro League Season 14 Group D today. We have some interesting teams in this group for sure. There is no recap today. As I'm recording this podcast, it is 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. The lineup has not gone to the history yet. I'm not sure if there's scoring adjustments that are still going on. We will talk about that on the next podcast. I'm going to go over that. What a wild and crazy slate that was. So we're going to go over the winning lineups and stuff over there on Draftkings and do a lineup review on the next podcast. With that being said, we're going to get right in here to the preview of Group D. Our teams in no particular order, but in particular order according to HLTV.org right now, just on this list. It's NIP. So the Ninjas in Pajamas, or NIP, Team Liquid, Team 1, Entropic, Gambit, and Furia. If you were to look at this group, you can probably figure out which of the three teams are heavy favorites and which of the teams that are probably not going to make it. That would be Gambit 1, NIP 2, Team Liquid 3. I can see Entropic beating out maybe a Team Liquid, maybe even a NIP. I think Gambit pretty much a sure thing to end up as the number one team here. There is a piece of news with this group. Furia is going to be playing with their coach, Gurea. Or Guri, however you pronounce his name. Honda is not playing in this tournament, so Guri is standing in as the coach. And also for reference, when we get to Fury and Entropic, Guri is not available on the slate. Honda is. We're not playing Honda on the slate. Alright, let's get the plugging stuff out of the way, everyone. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you all know every single time one of these podcasts drop. And leave a comment down below this video as well. Sign up on sponsor Prize Picks. Head over to prizepicks.com. Sign up using the promo code CLUTCH. Again, that's promo code CLUTCH. New depositors will get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. It's an absolutely outstanding and amazing website. Absolutely take advantage of stuff over there. And as always, we will have our Prize Picks segment at the end of this podcast once we go through the slate and talk about the different plays. And you can follow me on Twitter at AdamWX21. You can follow our co-host Dan Welch on Twitter at Wandelch, WANDELCH. And you can follow the CSGO Clutch Podcast on Twitter at CSGO Clutch Pod. Alright, let's get into the slate. A lot to talk about. Game 1, not much to talk about here. It's Team 1 versus Gambit. All 5 members of Gambit are in play. Team 1, no thank you. I don't know what else to tell you guys. There's not exactly much here to break down. Gambit are the best team in the world, or second best team in the world next to Navi right now. You play lots of Gambit on this slate. You just got to figure out, are you playing 2 or are you playing 3? Team 1, if you want to take shots in large field GPPs, I'm okay with it. You want to take shots in 20 entry maxes and above, I'm okay with it. Single entry and 3 entry max, I'm not touching Team 1. I am putting Gambit in every single one of those lineups. Nothing else to talk about here. In terms of who I like from each team, from Team 1, I like Mulbs 1, I like Pessia, I like, go Pessiato 2, I like Maluki 3, I think Maluki's got a lot of upside in the slate. PRT 4, XNS 5, I don't even know who XNS is. Some new player, looks like they have on the team now. So we'll see what XNS can bring to Team 1. On the Gambit side of things, Axile is the most expensive player on this slate at $9,800. Shiro comes in at $9,400. Hobbit at $8,200. Nafany, the IGL for Gambit, at $7,400. And enters the support role for this team, I believe, at $6,200. Listen, you're just going to have to take your pick, Axile, Shiro, or Hobbit, which you like more. I like Shiro. I like Axile. I think Axile is really expensive, but I think he can absolutely get there. I think Axile can crush in this matchup. I think Shiro is a little bit safer. I like Hobbit 3rd, Nafany 4th. I like stacking either one of those two with Nafany. I don't mind some intros either in some large field GPPs, 20 maxes and above. You want to play him in a 3 entry max? I'm okay with that. I would not play intros in a single entry. Second game on this slate, it's Furia versus Entropic. Alright, let's get into it. On the Furia side of things, this team is playing with their coach. Do not play Honda. He's $4,400. Do not play him. Alright, let's just get that out of the way with. Do not play Honda. He's not on the team right now. Guri, their coach, is playing for Furia in Pro League in ESL Pro League Season 14. So on the Furia side of things, since we know we only have 4 players to choose from, we have K Serrato at $8,000, Yuri at $7,200, Art, the, I guess, default Opera and IGL. I guess the default Opera is also the IGL for this team. He's $6,600, Vinny is $5,400. We like playing Vinny against weaker teams. We like playing him for value. I don't mind taking shots on any of the 4 Furia guys here for large field GPPs. I don't mind taking if you want to do a Furia stack or a Furia one-off in your 3 maxes. I'm okay with that, but I wouldn't go more than 1 lineup. I think Entropic win this. I don't think it may go 2-1, but I think Entropic win. We have one of the pinnacle betting odds. Gambit come in as a minus 2,867 favorite. Yes, you heard that right. Gambit are a minus 2,867 favorite right now. And Tropic come in as a minus 238 favorite. And the Ninjas in Pajamas come in as a minus 147 favorite against Team Liquid. So Furia plus 191 again, playing with their coach. That's different. Team 1 dogs at plus 1,060. And Team Liquid are underdogs at plus 121. I don't think Team 1 have a chance of beating Gambit. I mean, sure, they have a chance. Anything can happen. It's a game. But I think Furia's got a chance to beat Entropic. But I think Team Liquid's got more of a chance to beat Ninjas in Pajamas than Furia does in Entropic, and more than Team 1 does in Gambit. Hence, the odds also agree. I target both K Serrato and Yuri. I like Yuri 1, K Serrato 2. I just got a gut feeling on Yuri, but I think he's safer than K Serrato. Higher upside. Art, I don't mind if you want to play him at all. And again, Vin, we've talked about as well. Entropic are no pushovers, ladies and gentlemen. Elan coming in at $8,800. So yeah, Entropic, no pushovers here. But on the Entropic side of things, we get Elan at $8,800. He's the opera for this team. Forrester at $7,800. Crad at $6,800. Nickelback at $5,800. And Lackey at $4,800. Look, all of Entropic are firmly in play on the slate. Just like Gambit are. Mix up your Entropic stacks. In order, I like Elan 1, Crad 2 for Crad 2 for large GPPs, but I think 4s might be a little bit safer, so I'm just going to go Elan, Forrester, Crad, Nickelback, and Lackey in that order, exactly the way they are priced. Lackey could have some upside as well at $4,800, so I like playing them as well. So, but I definitely like Elan on the slate for sure. Last game here on the slate. Sorry, folks, a little quicker podcast than normal. So we got the Ninjas in Pajamas versus Team Liquid. First time we're seeing Team Liquid on a slate in quite some time. I've lost track of who the IGL is at this point for Team Liquid. We'll get to that side in a second. First, on the Ninjas in Pajamas side, so for NIP, we have Rez at $8,400, Hampus at $7,600. Device is extremely mispriced at $7,000. Plopsky is $6,000. LNZ is $5,000. Yes, LNZ, I believe, is still riding with them for this tournament. So, why is Device $7,000 against Team Liquid? Did I miss something? Yeah, we're playing Device on this slate. He's $2,000 too cheap. No excuse for this. On the team, I mean, for the Ninjas, Device is my default 1. He's the best player on the team. And at $7,000, he's a price enforcement play. For the Ninjas in Pajamas side of things, I like Rez at $8,400 second, Hampus third, Plopsky fourth, and LNZ fifth. Hey, on the Team Liquid side of things, I understand some of this pricing. Elige is $7,600. Why? Elige and Device are very much mispriced on this slate. Elige 1, NAF 2. NAF at $8,600. I'm just going to go over pricing real quick with y'all. NAF is at $8,600. So I'm going to go over your price with everybody here. So NAF's at $8,600. Elige $7,600. Grim is $6,600. Fallen is $6,200. The opera for the team and Stewie 2K is $5,200. I think Stewie's back being the IGL now. I have no clue at this point. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think Stewie's back playing IGL. Or is the IGL? I have no idea. There was some back and forth. I think Stewie 2K is back once again as the IGL Fallen just sticking to the opping. So for me, it's Elise 1, Nav 2, Fallen 3, Stewie 2K4, and Grim 5. Look, we haven't seen a lot out of Grim. Quite frankly, I don't know if he's just moved to more of a support role while he learns facing against higher tier 1 opposition. I have no idea what's going on with this team, guys and gals out there. Grim should have been the third on this team, but I can see, Grim is paying off and fixing, not fixing. He's filling his role nicely. So, I can see Grim. This is not my favorite on the slate. Fallen, I really like at $6,200 well against Nip. Maybe we see some overpass. Maybe we see some nuke. So we will, we'll see. All right, here we go. Core value, GPP, and favorite team stack segment. Core, Axile, and Shiro. Value, Lackey, Plopsky, Nickelback, and Vinny, and Stewie 2K. GPP, Stewie 2K, Hobbit, and Elan. I'm going to put Rez in there as well, and Device as well. My favorite team stack on this slate is Gambit. I know, shocker. Favorite large field GPP stack, Entropic. Let's head over to Prize Picks, and let's refresh the page real quick. Head over to the CSGO tab. Okay. So we don't have anything right now for Prize Picks as I record this podcast. I'm not even really familiar with these, and by the time y'all listen to this podcast, these players will have already played. Check back over to prizepicks.com and see what they got for lines. And I will post on the CSGO Clutch Podcast Twitter account my favorite prize picks for this upcoming slate. So check us out on Twitter at CSGO Clutch Pod. I will post a screenshot with my favorite prize picks for the upcoming slate. That is going to do it for this edition of the CSGO Clutch Podcast. Again, follow us on Twitter at CSGO Clutch Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at AdamWX21. You can follow Dan on Twitter at Wandelch, WANDELCH. Good luck on this slate, ladies and gentlemen. Latest, peoples.